your cell phone and a way to charge your cell phone. So there's not going to be anywhere for you to plug your cell phone in. So what you're going to have to do is turn it on airplane mode or some other way so it saves battery, and then you can switch it off airplane mode if you wanted to post something on social media. And then if you have the little battery packs that you can plug your phone into, or another way to charge your phone, bring that. And so you'll have your cell phone, way to charge it if you have it inside the bucket. You can put it in a Ziploc baggie or something else like that, and then that goes in your bucket. And you've got your 5-gallon bucket, a lid. This year we're asked to bring a backpack. So you've got a backpack. They want it to be, you know, a school-sized backpack, not like the drawstring gym bags or something else like that. Bring a backpack like this. It'd be ideal if it's, you know, fairly, you know, flimsy almost, so that you can roll it up, because you need to roll it up. You need to make it nice and compact to get it to fit in the bucket. Then
we'll just put it in order. Also, with these, I'm bagging everything that is kind of grouped together. I get a freezer style bag, so it's nice and sturdy for you. You put your stuff in, it's easier to grab.
So we're asked to bring 3 30-gallon garbage bags. So these are the big, you know, outside trash bags, or, you know, yard debris or leaf bags. Bring 3 of those. Bring a rain poncho or another 30-gallon trash bag if you wanted to. So you have 4 trash bags. One that you can poke holes in the sides and the top to turn into a poncho if you needed to.
Yeah, and get the heavy duty. These get holes in them a little bit easier, so try and get the heavy duty plastic for all these bags.
And an old extra pair of tennis shoes. So for your normal shoes that you're going to wear, bring a good sturdy pair of tennis shoes that you're comfortable walking around a long time in. Or if you have hiking boots that are broken in, you're used to hiking around in hiking boots, and you know, we really stress that you're used to hiking in hiking boots. Don't get a new pair of hiking boots. Don't think, you know, I have these hiking boots I've used once and they didn't hurt me, so I'm going to bring those. Bring a pair of shoes that you are comfortable walking around in, that you've used before a number of times. And then an older extra pair of tennis shoes that you can get dirty, you can get wet, or something else like that, and then you know, change in and out of. So, you know, if there is going to be a point where your shoes are going to get wet, we'll give you an opportunity to put on your old shoes from your 5-gallon bucket.
The only other option besides old tennis shoes is you can bring kind of like a water sandal. It has to be the like tennis shoe style sole that you can use if you would rather do that than old tennis shoes. Old tennis shoes are just fine. You just don't want to have any sandals that are open-toed or that aren't going to stay on well. So.
Then we have 4 pairs of, you know, either cotton or wool high socks. So these aren't like the little short ankle socks. You're going to use, you know, the tall, like baseball socks or Nike Elites or whatever, or, you know, wool hiking socks or something like that. Some tall socks, and then some really thin, you know, almost like church dress socks. And so the big key is that you want to give yourself a lot of options, you know, to change out of socks, because they're going to get stinky and gross at the end of the day, and you don't want to have to wear the same pair all week long. They might get wet, and also, you know, if your feet start to get uncomfortable, you can change the thickness or the number of socks that you're wearing. And, you know, a lot of people will wear the thin dress socks first, put those on, and then put on your thick wool socks. And what it does is it makes less friction against your foot as you're hiking and walking around, so the chance of you getting a blister is smaller. But the key is to have lots of socks to change into and lots of options to, you know, keep your feet comfortable and smelling nice. So get the leather gloves and then.
Okay. So these are not technically leather, but these are our work gloves we have right now.
These are what were next to my bucket, so I grabbed. But you want to bring good sturdy gloves. So if, you know, you're getting debris and bushes, or doing some type of service project, you want the gloves to, you know, not have thorns poke through or things like that, or not worried about having the fingertips rub off or something like that. So they need to be good, sturdy work gloves. Leather work gloves are great, so if you have those, bring those.
Okay.
Personal hygiene stuff.
Okay. Okay, very, very important. I bagged all of my personal care stuff in here, okay? The two most important things to me in here. Deodorant. Okay? We're gonna be together for quite a few days. And we wanna be able to be next to each other and want to be by each other and help each other. So don't be smelly. At least once a day. Twice is probably awesome when you're out working, moving around. So do not forget your deodorant. Please use it too. Some people bring it, don't put it on, okay? Toothbrush, no furry teeth, all right? Morning and night, bring your toothbrush. Toothpaste, of course, a comb or brush. If you have medications, you wanna know about all medications, I'm assuming whether it's over the counter or prescription. Okay, so you need to let people know. There's probably, I'm sure on the form, you'll wanna let the leaders know, when you register that you will have a need. Is there
And
any
they
other
will not be
information?
able to have their medication with them.
Yeah,
They will
nothing,
be-
even if it's over the counter, everything goes through leaders, okay? But if you need it, make sure you bring it, and everybody knows, or your leaders know that you have that. You'll need about 5 Band-Aids. Another really important thing to bring is moleskin. Has anybody used this before? Okay? So, when you're hiking and walking, you'll sometimes feel that heat, that warmth, that hot spot somewhere on your foot or ankle. Okay, as soon as it feels warm or irritated at all, you need to put this on. You don't wanna wait. Otherwise, you're gonna get a blister and it's gonna break open, it's gonna be raw, and it's gonna be miserable the rest of the trip. So don't hesitate. If it's getting warm or rubbing somewhere, anywhere in your foot, just take a pit stop. And this has a sticky side on the back, and you just cut a piece off that will cover that area. You put it on, and then it won't bug you anymore, and then you won't be miserable. So don't wait. Be sure and tell your mom, pa, or leader so that you can prevent that, so you aren't miserable. Yes.
So are scissors on the list?
I'm sure we'll have some.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't want them to have them, but we'll make sure and bring some.
Oh.
Yeah, and we'll probably bring a couple other things that had helped us on the last trip. Powder?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I put all this together so that when you're getting in your bucket, you don't have individual things you're hunting for all the time. So keep it all in a nice, freezer bag, so it's nice and thick. Okay, put that in. Okay, undergarments. Okay, you need 3 sets. Please bring them and please change them. Okay, that's another smelly, uncomfortable thing. If you're not changing your undergarments, you guys are gonna be sweaty and dirty and outside a lot. Please bring them and use them, just like your deodorant, okay?
Cup and the spoon.
Okay, these are the only eating utensils you need. Okay, you're gonna wanna keep these in a bag for sure, before you pour anything out of them.
Cup and
Okay,
spoon.
I
That's all
put
you're
like
gonna
a
need.
tin cup that I have. They want something sturdy. You don't want something that's flimsy plastic that's gonna break. They don't want disposable stuff. Okay, they want something you can reuse. I was telling the last group to save space because this is a really tight fit. You can get the little plastic collapsible ones that are sturdy. They're like a kind of like
But
a
you could also
baby
pack your
plastic.
socks or pack something else
Yep.
inside a cup. So just
That's
get a good sturdy cup that you can use for the whole trip, that you'll be able to wash, and isn't gonna get destroyed after being in this bucket. Flashlight. So bring a really small flashlight. If you have a headlamp, great. If you have another type of small flashlight, that's great also. Just don't bring big, heavy, bulky flashlights. Make sure you bring it with good batteries so that it'll last for the whole trip.
Okay. You need a paper Book of Mormon, one that is not your full size, one that is smaller. This is not the smallest. If you guys have access to like one of those pocket ones, even better. Like I said, space is limited, so bring that. But you do need that, and you need a marking pen. Okay, that definitely needs to be in a bag to protect it. Okay, it's going to be damp.
Water bottle. Bring a reusable water bottle. Don't bring the little plastic disposable water bottles. Something that's going to last you the whole trip, that isn't going to get destroyed after a day. And then that also goes in your bucket. And pioneer clothes.
Okay, so you need one outfit, Pioneer clothing outfit, okay? And the reason that we are packing it is because you're gonna come in street clothes, regular street clothes first day, okay? So it's a little different from before. So you're gonna need your change into your Pioneer outfit. I brought mine. They're on, have you guys gone on the website and seen the list yet, any of you, your parents? If you don't have access, I have the list here, but it has what you need for your outfit. For the girls, you need bloomers or long shorts, okay? So I just grabbed my basketball shorts, okay? I have a bonnet, Okay, it helps to really roll things to fit it in. Like I said, it's a really tight squeeze. This is my skirt. Okay, apron. And this is my shirt, okay? It all barely fits. I get it nice and tight. I was telling the last group, this Lowe's bucket that we got has a really flimsy top. You're gonna wanna get a food grade, or I know the orange Home Depot ones have a sturdier lid, and they seal better. This lid's kind of popping off and it's a little bendy. So they're not very expensive, but you want like a food grade 5-gallon bucket, or I know the orange Home Depot ones are solid. A lot of people bought those. One option I didn't tell the last group is that we made seats for the top because you're not gonna have seats. And so what we did is we put cardboard with some batting on top and wrapped a tablecloth around it and glued it and put a few holes, air holes, and then we had a seat. So that's something we did with our, for a mutual night with our girls. And it was nice because you had a place to sit when you guys were at camp. So that's an option, and we might try and put an example of that on the website or instructions maybe, because I thought that was helpful to have some place to sit. But it was cushy. He'll show you your.
Okay, so for sleeping, you're going to bring a tarp and your sleeping bag. You're not going to be sleeping in a tent, you're just going to be sleeping directly on the tarp. So you'll lay your tarp out, you'll put your sleeping bag down on it. You want like an 8x10 size tarp. That way if it starts to rain or you know, gets misty or sprinkles in the night, you can fold the tarp over yourself. Everybody needs their own tarp. You're not going to be sharing a tarp with somebody else in your family. So everybody bring your own tarp, bring your sleeping bag, bring some pajamas, and bring a coat or a sweatshirt or something else at night that you can put on if you get cold. And then if you are worried about getting cold, bring a blanket so that you can, you know, wrap up in it in your sleeping bag, or have something else if it does get cold at night. You know, we're going to be going to the coast now, and it can tend to get windy or chilly at night. So all this stuff is going to go inside a big trash bag. It might be a good idea to double them up. So you'll take your blanket, your sleeping bag, and you can put your pajamas at the bottom of your sleeping bag if you want, just to keep it kind of organized. Stick it in a trash bag. Maybe think about doubling up the trash bag so you have this, you know, squeeze the air out of it, then throw all this in another bag, and your sweatshirt or your coat too, put that in there. And then all of this you're going to stick inside a pillowcase or inside some other type of a bag that like if it has a drawstring or some way to close it, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't have my cinch bag. Still, I'm going to have to make them, but you'll want them to be able to close at the top. So sometimes there's like canvas bags or something, or you can turn a pillowcase into a cinch sack with a little string through it and sewing it. But that protects the plastic so there's no holes, so it keeps everything dry. So that's why we layer it. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody need a list? Is everybody excited?
I heard a question about girls wearing leggings instead of shorts. Is that okay?
I think you would be hot.
I would think so as well.
Yeah.
I would really just go for like knee-length shorts or actual bloomers. That's pretty much what everybody wore. It will get warm, and your skirt is going to be covering your legs anyways, so I would lean towards like a long basketball short. Yeah, I just wouldn't wear them that long, but you can cut them off. So I mean, no one's gonna see them